Thank you. Hi, I'm Veictas, and I'm here with Brionak,
Hi everyone.
and with this guy on the back. I don't know who he is, but he's there, okay. And I'm gonna run Legacy of Kain or Reaver. So first of all, there are 3 versions of the game, the PlayStation, PC, and Dreamcast one. We run the PC version because it's faster for us at least, because of the consistency of the frame rate and the glitches available for the run. Then one thing I want to mention is the fact is the category, which is any percent, no major risks. It sounds like a meme name, and I made it up. I made up this category just for the marathons to have a safe category for the marathon, because the pure any percent run has a lot of risky strats which can cause crashes and softlocks. We don't want those in a marathon, so that's why.
Yeah, I can confirm that. I've seen the game crash so many times in various different ways, so yeah.
Yeah, then next we just check the volume, okay. And finally, I just want to say that there will be some flashing lights at certain points in the game. They are not too major. I'll just call them before, some seconds before they happen, so you know about that. And okay, now we can start. On 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, perfect. First, we get into this in-game cutscene. We skip the intro video. I'll just use this cutscene to talk a little bit about the story. So we are in the land of Nosgoth, and in this land there's a vampire called Kain who has built a very big empire. Among his lieutenants there are Raziel, which is the first and the strongest one, and Raziel's brothers. One day though, Raziel decides to challenge Kain and grow a pair of wings. So I don't know. And Kain sees Raziel's wings, he doesn't like those, decides to tear his wings apart, throw him into the abyss, which is a very big vortex of water. Water is like acid to vampires, so then Raziel suffers a torture which lasts for 500 years. What you can see here, that guy in the screen is Raziel after those 500 years. So after that time, an entity, a Cthulhu-like creature called the Elder God, saves Raziel from his torture. And what's left is this wraith. It's not a vampire anymore. And our main objective of the run is obviously to take revenge by defeating Kain and Raziel's brothers. We see only one of the brothers because we need his power. We need to defeat Kain 2 times to be able to complete the game. I will talk about the route later. Okay. So first of all, we'll try a glitch called the super speed, which, let's see if I get it. No, let's try one other. Perfect, I got it.
Here we go.
Basically, this glitch allows us to go at a faster speed, almost double of its normal running speed. We'll talk about it later. Now we got this cutscene with this structure called the warp gate. Warp gates allow us to fast travel between locations of Nosgoth once we unlock at least 2 of them, so it will be useful to backtrack without losing much time. As you can see here, I'm just jumping. That's why the super speed you saw before is faster only if the distance traveled is worth it, is long enough to cover up for the slow startup of.
Yeah, basically it has a little bit of acceleration at the beginning. So if the initial period of acceleration isn't worth it, we basically don't use it because the jumping is just faster in that fragment.
Yeah, this section of the game is just a series of tutorial right here. The Elder God tells Raziel that he doesn't drink blood anymore, he has to eat souls. And you can see on the bottom right corner of the screen right now the health bar. We have to replenish it before proceeding. So we just land near the fountain, so we don't lose much time while eating souls. And then right now we'll have the first very game-breaking glitch, which is called the Breakout. Breakout basically allows us to cancel almost any one of Raziel's animations, reset him into a ground state, and be able to perform another animation. So right here, as you have seen, we are able to double jump. And that's a really broken thing. But now there's another cutscene with The Zlua are enemies that are found only in the Spectral Realm. Right here we have to fight them based on how they eat souls. This is the faster way to fight them because only one of them has hit them. We have to be careful before eating them because otherwise the second guy will just escape around the room. Okay, perfect, he didn't do that. And would lose a lot of time just trying to get him running around. Now, next, we see another core mechanic of the game, which basically is the fact that in the game there are two parallel versions of the same world called realms, the physical realm, material realm, or the spectral realm. We can switch between these realms using a shift glyph that we see soon, and to shift from the material realm to the spectral one, we can do it anytime. To go from the spectral to the material one, we have to get full health and stand on a portal. And like watch the cutscene right here. Yeah, basically, the main thing about these realms of existence is the fact that the environment, the geometry changes when shifting from one realm to another one. And that works because every vertex in the game has two 3D coordinates. And every time we shift, they just translate between one and the other, and that's very cool as a game mechanic. Next, we have the water tutorial. So Raziel isn't a vampire anymore, but water is still acid to him. And if we enter a pool of water while we are in the material realm, we will get thrown into the spectral one. But in the spectral realm, the water is like acid. No, water is like air in the spectral realm, so we can just traverse it without losing nothing. Here we can do a breakout to open the doors. No, wait. Okay. We can do the breakout to cancel the door opening animation, so we can get faster in. Okay, perfect. Now we see this cutscene with the physical vampires here. These are Los Vampiros Hermanos, we can call them. They are in a restaurant eating a human, and you can just talk about the
so here there are these two vampires that are eating a human, but when we enter the room, there is a cutscene trigger that will trigger their movement. So what we do now is basically jump over this trigger and basically skip the animation and leave them there. Now we lift this cube and put it near the vampires, and once the cube is near the vampires, we use the breakout glitch to trigger the cube lifting tutorial and the killing animation of the vampires at the same time, triggering a cutscene overlap. Basically, the cutscenes will play at the same time, and we will basically save time because we trigger two cutscenes at the same time, basically.
Yeah, after the first cutscene ends, we take back control of Raziel, so we can just move while the second one is still playing, and it will be important later in the run. I use this cutscene to talk about an aspect of the game that is very important, and it is how the game world loading system works. As a first level of depth of this explanation, I'll just say that you haven't seen any static loading screen by far, because the world loads while we traverse it, so it's a dynamic loading and it's a continuous loading. Then we can go into detail and say that the game world is divided into many rooms that are attached together, they are seamed together. We can call these seams borders as well, we call them like this in the run. And whenever we cross the borders, in a way, we discard from memory units, rooms, and we load new ones. So for example, if we stand on room number 2, the rooms loaded will be the one, so the room number 2, which is the one Raziel is located in, and the adjacent ones. So whenever we cross a border, we load the new adjacent rooms, and that's how we proceed into the game. Another thing is the fact that only the room that Raziel is located in is completely loaded, while the adjacent ones are only partially loaded. You'll understand this very soon, because you will see with your eyes what happens if we don't cross a border properly. Right here we take the first or the second warp gate of the run, which is the
Yeah,
East
that's what
Warp
I
Gate. We use this to go back to Kain 1, to Kain. I have to talk about our objectives in the run. By the way, I'll save just to be sure. Okay, perfect. Our objective of the run. What are these objectives? Basically, we have to. There are 2 encounters with Kain. To end the game, we have to defeat Kain 2, so the second encounter. To be able to hit Kain 2, we have to get the Soul Reaver after defeating Kain 1. And to be able to reach Kain 1, we have to defeat Melkaya and get his power. So that's the brother we are going to defeat. And then to reach Melkaya faster, we'll have to get the Force Glyph to be able to perform a glitch.
Wait a second though. You said that we need to get to Soul River, but we already have it right here.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. No, that's not okay because you will see in the run what happens to the Soul River. Okay, right now, Brio, you can go with.
Yeah, here we are presented again with another Doomaims fight with Vampires fight, but we can skip it by going right here, performing a breakout glitch to jump twice, and then perform a glide with our wings. It's trying again because it's a bit tight. It's a bit of a tight skip. By going over there and then landing here, he's done it pretty well. But the problem is you can see the level where he is right now isn't loaded properly. So what it does is going back to the previous level by crossing the border, so that the level gets loaded properly in this case. So yeah, we just basically skip the fight and save a lot of time.
Yeah, we can go a lot out of bounds in this game, but we can't deviate too much from the correct order of traversing the rooms, because otherwise the next rooms wouldn't be loaded and we would just fall indefinitely into the void. So we always have to go back in bounds and cross the borders in the right way to load the next levels. Right here we just see some double jumps and things. I skip a lot of cutscenes. There's not much to say, so time for donations.
Absolutely, and let me tell you, the love is pouring in. We have $50 from Bitrutic saying, "Thank you, ESA, for an amazing event," and $10 from Ser Daniele Forteschi saying, "Greetings from the Italian speedrun community. Best of luck to my friend Veictas, annihilating Soul River, and big congrats to all the runners, the staff, and spectators of this happy event." Do we have time for one more?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, let me tell you then. Put your hands together. We have a $250 donation. Huge donation. Every year, seeing these fundraising events, my hope for humanity is restored a bit. I'm donating this money in memory of my grandpa, who got Alzheimer's and then passed away during early COVID. Well, we are sorry to hear that, but thank you for your generosity. Back to you, folks.
Okay, thank you. Right here we have just skipped a lot of cutscenes. You can't tell because I skipped them. So, but trust me, I skipped them, and we saved a lot of minutes. Right here we are just entered the Melkaya's clan territory, and we are getting right here the second warp gate of the run, which is the Melkaya's clan warp gate. We use it to go back to this location soon because. You will see why. So right here, as I said at the beginning, as I said before, we have to get first the Force Glyph before going to Melkaya, because it's faster to do that. By the way, here there's if you know the game, you know there's a lot of puzzles here. To lower a cube, we just double jump to this platform and skip all of those.
Yeah, as you can see, the game is really broken with all these glitches.
Yeah, double jumps really break the game because obviously the environment geometry has been thought based on a single jump.
Yeah,
and that's good. Okay, so right here, by the way, you can see a missing polygon.
Yeah, we can grab on it.
And that's a glitchless jump this way because it's. We didn't perform any glitches. Right here, we just fall into this corridor. Like you can see, we have to cross the border back. There's a gate there at the entrance. Normally, you would have to go here after you defeat the Melkaya because you get the phase through gates ability. But we can just use the out of bounds to go here faster. This is the puzzle to unlock the Force Glyph. You just have to push this 3 columns.
And that face that you see right there, you will see right now.
Yeah, let's just call it. The flashing lights right here.
Yeah.
Be careful. There's some
Careful of the flashing lights.
Flashing lights.
And
By the way, this guy we could call him
Heisenberg.
Heisenberg. He's cooking some force glyph right here for us. And what are glyphs? Glyphs are spells in the game that we can use to perform. They have various effects. So for example, there are glyphs that push enemies away. There are glyphs that burn vampires. This one pushes enemies away. We won't use it for that effect. You will see very soon. Right here, I could skip this cutscene, but I didn't even try because, last week, I tried while I was practicing. I soft locked the game while trying to skip the cutscene. That's not something I wanted to do.
Yeah, a fun fact that we basically saw together is that we discovered so many ways to soft lock or crash the game without while doing the practice itself, so it was really interesting.
Yes, as you have seen here, we couldn't exit the room because there was the gate in front of the corridor. So we just save, quit, and reload, and that puts us at the beginning of the game. And we just use the warp gate to get to the previous location.
Basically, we get to the warp gate faster.
Yeah, Brio, you can explain how we will reach Melkaya right here.
Yeah, so we took the force glyph. Why did we took the force glyph? Because it's a peculiar force glyph. When we activate it, basically Raziel's animation speed will raise for a moment, but we need to cancel the animation in order to keep the augmented animation speed. This will let us able to fly. Like you're seeing, but why does this happen? Because at least this is a theory. We think that the ratio between Raziel's animation speed and the frame rate matters in that regard, so that it makes us able to fly. Because this works also on the PS1 version when we lower the frame rate by looking at polygons, I think. But
yeah, when the rooms are very cluttered.
Yeah, when the rooms are very cluttered. But in the PS1 version, this frame rate lowering is
yeah, we reached this tunnel that is strangely loaded because we reach it out of bounds, and we are just at the Melkaya, and there's time for a donation right here.
Well, I have indeed a few. Here's $15 from RNG God with no comment, but it is going towards the Big John name for Dark Souls All Bosses, which, thanks to the $250 from before as well, is creeping very close to combustion, less than $100 between them. We also have $10 from Londanomala saying, Londanomala from the Italian speedrun community. You're one of the most special person I know. Good luck, man. You're bringing a big piece of Italy with you there. And I agree, indeed. You're definitely representing Italy very, very well. Back to you.
Thank you. So this is the weakest of Raziel's brothers. We just defeat him because of his power, as I said. And he's an interesting character design because he's like in a limbo between life and death. And his power and his use of his power is very, say, representing of this thing. You will see. And another fact is that we both can see him in the material realm and the spectral realm. So he lives in a limbo between the two realms, and that's a very interesting character design for this brother. By the way, you can start talking about the fight.
Okay, so the fight is basically it basically works like this. We need to lure him into these rooms that we open by lifting this gate. Then we wait for Melkaya to get under the gate. Right now, he's not properly following us properly because its AI isn't very intelligent. But yeah, now we got it. So we basically crash him with the gate. We do this a second time by going on the opposite side where there is a room which is basically the same one as the other one. In order to do this, we make Melkaya follow a straight path by letting him use his power to pass through the the main cage, but this time it didn't do it, I think.
Yeah, but it worked.
It worked. It still worked. And yeah, now a third lever is unlocked, and we just need to lure Melkaya again into the cage. And
yeah. You have to lure him in the center of the cage. Once he enters, he won't exit. So it's yo. Okay, sometimes.
here we go.
Okay, perfect. Now we have to. Yeah, he's lamenting. Maybe has some crushing headache. Let's see. We'll just hand his suffering right here.
Tell me, Melkaya, where can I find Kain?
By the way, there's gonna be some flashing lights as well very soon because after we defeat him, its soul will appear and there are gonna be some lights.
Yeah, the cutscene is also
Yeah.
very slow.
Yeah, that's some suffering, I must say. I'm sorry, Melkaya, but we had to do this. Some flashing lights right here. And there's his soul. We will consume his soul to gain his power. Is this Dark Souls?
Dark Soul Reaver?
I don't know.
No.
Maybe.
Wrong game.
I don't know. So, what do we gain with his power? Basically, we saw it already when he was phasing through the gates. We'll be able to phase through the gates as well, but only in the spectral realm, so different from his ability of using the power. We use this power to reach Kain 1, which is the first encounter with Kain in the
Melkaya's soul has endowed you with a new gift.
in the sanctuary of the clan, which will reach by using the Abyss Warpgate. But first of
You're
all,
gonna demonstrate something,
I wanna show you something. I think
I'll
that
demonstrate it at the same time.
I think that calling it phase through gates is just a strange way to call T-posing because yeah, that's what it does. Actually does. So we see some T-posing next. I invite you, like, demonstrate the animation, Brio.
Yeah, I did.
No, demonstrate it again.
Okay.
Yeah. I invite the public to T-pose while Raziel T-poses when phasing through the gates. Okay, so we have to reach Kain 1 right here. There's a time for some donations.
Lovely stuff. Well, we have $5 from Stocchi saying, good luck from the Italian speedrunning community. $10 from Fanu saying, ciao ESA, thank you for the event and for having our beautiful Veictas. Sorry for Brionac though. Much love from Italy and ISC. We also have $5 from Freddy saying, good luck from Italian speedrunning community for Veictas, the biggest Coco game enjoyer. Back to you guys.
Thank you. We don't talk about that game. Okay, next we'll have to, like you can see here, the first Tipos. Get ready. I hope.
Get ready.
Okay, just Rio will keep doing it at least him. So right now there's this interesting thing. Usually we have to fight some vampires here, but in the spectral realm the geometry isn't very round and we can land on it with a double jump, and I find this very beautiful because this skip mixes both a game's core mechanic, which is the geometry changing, and the ability to double jump. Right here we cross exactly a border to be able to load the next rooms. We got another T-pose. And then next,
There's the last one here.
There's the last one.
So
T-pose here.
last chance to see me T-pose. Okay.
Perfect. Right here we reach Kain at the pillars. And we have a very, let's say, a long cutscene. There's time for donations.
Amazing stuff. Let me fetch them here. We have $10 from Lornoveo saying, Italian speedrun community supporting ESA and charity. Hashtag FreeCoco. I also have $5 from White Noise saying, good luck Veictas, the best Fall Guys player ever. ISC gang. I see that there's a lot of support from ISC here. But back to you guys.
Thank you. By the way, I don't know if you've seen that Kain has a Soul Reaver on the back, but it's very low quality, while This Soul Reaver right here is very high detailed. It was made by Critical, a member of the Italian speedrun community. It is currently a prize at the event here at TSA, so donate if you want this beautiful replica of the Soul Reaver. And really, I love it.
Yeah, it's incredibly highly detailed. Maybe from the camera you don't see it pretty well, but it is.
And okay,
maybe I can start.
Yeah, you can start.
I can start explaining how this fight will work. Right now there's a cutscene, but I will explain it. So basically, this is K1. This is the first fight that we need to do with Kain. In order to beat Kain, we need to hit him 3 times. But the problem is he will teleport in 4 different spots inside the room. We can manipulate where he spawns by carefully positioning Raziel in a way that he always appears on the same spots, in this case ahead of us. So you're gonna see in a while. How does this cutscene last?
Yeah, no,
okay, here we go.
It's going to end right here.
Okay.
Kain decides to use the Soul Reaver. The Soul Reaver is a legendary sword which can kill anything. It's and we are going to die.
Okay.
I think.
Anyway.
Yeah, you can. Right here we see the manipulation of Kain spawns.
Yeah, you will see now how he will defeat Kain. But we need to pay attention to the 3rd hit, because on the 3rd hit we need to jump away from Kain to avoid triggering the end of the fight cutscene. Like that, it worked. And now, basically, we need to save time by triggering a cutscene overlap. How do we do this? We cross a border outside of this room to make the door right here where we enter transparent, so we can re-enter and trigger another cutscene. When Raziel walks towards Kain, it will trigger the end cutscene, triggering, as I was saying before, the cutscene overlap. Right now, the Soul Reaver will be destroyed by Kain, because well, do you want to explain why?
No, we don't explain why. And we just can move right now because we got out of the first cutscene that was controlled.
Yeah, exactly. But the camera angles are still following the end of the fight cutscene. So right now we will be sent in the spectral realm by the cutscene. And we need to go back to the material realm. He does have just a few occasions to do so, because as you can see, the camera angles don't allow us to see pretty well. He did it, great. This was actually pretty difficult, so...
Okay, we reached the door, perfect.
Okay.
Okay, that was very tight, because if we don't do this in time, the camera won't follow us anymore. It will be impossible to reach the door. We have to reach the door. Why? Because we are only interested in getting the Soul Reaver. We want to skip the cutscenes that play after the Soul Reaver. So we get onto this door. There's a cutscene state at this moment. As soon as we get the Soul Reaver, which is right now, we open this door, which is another cutscene, and the cutscene ending puts the game in a game state. So it exits from the cutscene state. As you can see, there are no black borders anymore.
So we can save and go back to the main menu.
Perfect,
exactly.
Beautiful. And
that worked perfectly, and we saved about a minute. So
yeah, we saved about a minute.
That's something.
The cutscene that would have played featured Ariel, which is a ghost that haunts the pillars. And by the way, since 1996, it has been voiced by Anna Gunn, which is the actress that plays Skyler White in Breaking Bad. And someone might say that this game is...
Better Call Saul Reaver.
Yeah, Better Call Saul Reaver, a sequel of Breaking Bad. Might be, I don't know. Some say. Right now we are going to...
So we got the Soul Reaver, so we can start to explain a game-breaking glitch, right?
Yeah, wait a little bit.
Okay.
Right now we are just flying through everything. We don't need the ability to swim. We don't need...
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay.
Okay. I think we have a backup strat here.
Yeah, I just no, I just need to activate it right again. I can go replenish the health after. Okay, perfect. We just fly to the Oracle's cave, which is the area where the Kain fight is located. By the way, right here, Brio, you can start.
Yeah, I'll start explaining one of the most game-breaking glitches of the game, which is the time stop. So how does it work? When we open the glyph menu, the world around us will stop. So we place Raziel between the borders. And while we're opening the glyph menu, you can see that the glyph will start to flicker because Raziel's animation will make him move between one section of the level and another. What it just did right now, it was basically closing the glyph menu at the right time, so that the polarity in relation to Raziel's animations and the world around us is inverted, so that while the glyph menu is open, we can basically move around while the world is frozen. So that's why it's called time
Yeah,
stop.
I just forgot that we needed the Reaver for the next glitch after getting the time stop.
So we're gonna do it again. So
take it again.
we're gonna take the right timing, and we
Perfect.
got it again. Nice.
Okay, right now we place Raziel besides an entity, like this vampire. We usually are able to stab vampires when we are near them, but now we can do it even when we are far from them. And that's because Raziel points to the memory address that is occupied by that entity. And since we are crossing the borders, discarding that entity from memory, can you imagine what happens? Yeah. Yeah, basically now Raziel is still pointing at the same memory address, but a new entity will occupy that slot whenever we cross many borders. And so we are able basically to do a sequence of warps that will allow us to reach Kain without needing to solve any puzzle.
Yeah, I think that I want to mention about this is that when we do the teleport with the Soul River, which is also called a telestab, it's not actually you're not actually teleporting, but we're actually moving very fast from one point to another of the map. This allows us to phase through walls sometimes.
Yeah, depending on the speed and the obstacles that are between Raziel and the entity, we might reach the entity or bounce on the walls. Okay, let's see, I'll get this one. Okay, perfect, I got it.
Here.
Okay, you saw right here that we got the time stop again. We just stay between this, besides this guy. We unload him and then reload the rooms crossing this border, and that will allow us to move to warp towards the new entity, which is this cauldron. So right here we have the specific application of this glitch. Basically, there's a sphere right here.
Yeah,
we can
basically
use the pause menu. Oh, I did it first.
Oh, nice.
Okay. We can use the pause menu to temporarily disable Raziel's collisions, so we can go into the wall.
Yeah, that actually takes normally it takes some time, but we managed to get it first try. It's not released because we need to basically pause the menu at the right time to let Raziel phase through walls.
Yeah, that's a very precise
now
time.
there's a specific sequence of telestabs which we need to actually be very careful of, because and like the community of Soul River found all of these teleportings basically all by trial and error, because
yeah, we have no tool to look into the memory.
Yeah.
We have no ability to save state these glitches, and so it's like okay, I do a teleport, the game crashes, I load the game back again, I try crossing the borders once more, I try to do the teleport, I crash again, and it's very tedious. And by the way, all these glitches and all these strats haven't been found by me, but there's been a lot of work in the years by many people both in the community of speedrunning and the normal community as well, trying to study the game, find things. Me and my cousin Tromboncino just let's say made this last part of the game a bit faster because we found the right sequences of warps that allow us to go through all with only one time stop. But like I can name other people like them or the Z-Lamp, Duriel, and there's a lot of other like forgotten runners that have studied the things. There were the task guys who has found the aerial skip you saw in the Kain one fight. There's been a lot of people playing the game casually on Twitch and finding casually glitches that then have been studied by the runners, and it's a lot of work of many people. So right here we have the time stop active. This corridor is very long. We could use the super speed, but we can't actually, because once we get the Reaver, we can't activate the super speed anymore. It would have been very useful, but we just can jump all the way.
A thing that I want to mention before we get to the last fight, basically, because we're really close, is that we beat Kain 1 at roughly 26-37 minutes. So listen very well to what Kain has to say to us when we enter when we enter the final room. Basically.
Yeah, right here we just take a warp gate. We usually don't take this because it's not needed, but I don't trust the game. I don't trust Kain sometimes, I don't trust collisions, I don't trust anything, and I just want to take it to be completely safe, and then we have to save as well. Okay.
Yeah, just in case the game crashes or something.
Yeah, or we lose the fight, because the next fight is a bit can go very bad if I do things wrong. It shouldn't happen, but it's okay. So now we got the cutscene of the fight, but just hear what Kain has to say.
Yes.
I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner.
Well, yeah.
How much time did we take to
like
to get
8
here?
minutes or something.
Like yeah, 8 minutes isn't enough for Kain. I don't know what are his standards, but and now there's a very long cutscene, so there's plenty of time for donations.
Amazing, because the Italian community is really coming in here. We have $5 from Llama RP saying, "Let's go, Veictas. We're so proud of having you there at ESA showing this game. The ISC and the Italian restream is all here cheering you. We love speedrunning. We love helping this charity event. Try not to crash the game. Hashtag CocoCheck. We also have $5 from Nerissa saying, "Thank you for bringing the world's most elegant penguin with you. Many greetings from Rome, metropolitan city of Rome capital, and the entire Italian speedrun community." As you can tell, I'm not awake yet. Finally, $50 from Bellier83 saying, "The wheel must turn fast." And that last one's going towards the soft lock ending, which is, well, it's progressing very nicely. Just over $300 to go for that. Don't forget, once you donate, you can put your donation towards one of our lovely last incentives of the event, like the Dark Souls character name, the Redfall language choice, which hasn't had much love. So by all means, keep your donations coming for all that. Back to you guys.
Yeah, you can actually go read some more if there are.
Your haste to find me.
All right, yeah, I can keep going. Well, I can probably tell you about the language choice. Japanese is in the lead, German is in second, French in third, English in last place. So if you want to understand what is going on in Redfall, you might want to donate for that. Otherwise, keep those donations coming. Here's a couple more from me. It's $5 from Mike Max saying, "Go Veictas Go" from ISC, and $7.99 from Il Michele with no comment, but it's going towards Big John, which is now less than $80 away from taking the lead at the character name incentive. You guys good to go then?
Could I not?
Should I keep going, or you guys...
One more.
One last one then, and I think a very funny one. Another $5 from Mike Max saying, "A lot of love from the Italian speedrun community. But Mr. Veictas, do you know the story? Buongiorno signora Zaira, salve signora Beifiori, ha visto come sta crescendo bene il cane di mio nipote? Woof woof. Love for my brother, Veictas. Can't wait to develop more the Coco story. And with that, I leave it back to you.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I don't know that story, by the way. So right here, they are just talking about things about their Brazil's past and things. We don't follow the story. I heard these cutscenes a lot when I was playing as a kid and when I was trying to learn the run. So we just talk over them. It's okay. It's info we don't need. By the way, just from start to talk about this next fight, it's like the first Kain fight, as in we have to deal 3 hits to Kain. The Soul Reaver is needed to deal them, and he will warp on the ground floor, then the first floor, then the second floor on every hit. Okay, perfect, we did the first one. Timer is on the 3rd hit. I will just press the button. Every time we hit him, he goes up a floor, and we can see where he will warp by looking at by watching the cutscene, like this one. So it's going to the door, and if we don't mess up, he always goes. No, in a fixed way. No. Yeah, yeah, that platform trolled me a lot.
Yeah, I think that will cost us a lot of time.
No, it shouldn't. We just defeated these guys. Yeah, the problem, you can go from here, Brio, about the thing that Kain warps here and there. Here we just use a double jump. No, use the breakout to cancel the shift animation, so we can go back right here and manipulate the same warp. Otherwise, if we just stayed on the center, Kain would have warped I don't know where. It would have changed all this of the chain of the warps would have been hell.
Yeah, that's why I was saying the fight would have been longer, because we wouldn't have known where Kain would have warped. Basically.
Yeah, actually saved it by a lot.
Yeah.
Right now we have the 3rd hit. You can press the button, Brio, right here. Time. There's going to be a flashing light right here. There's a white screen only. Okay, perfect. And so that's Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. And I'm very happy and proud to be here showcasing this game, because it's the first game I studied at a speedrunning level. It's the game I invested most of my time trying to research things, to find new things, to learn speedrun. Talk with the community and stuff, and so it's very dear to me being able to be here at ESA for my first time and showcasing this run. So I want to thank then ESA for having accepted me for this run, then Brio for the commentary, thank you very much.
Thanks to you for showing this amazing run.
Then I want to thank Critical again for making this beautiful Soul Reaver replica that is actually a prize at the event here at TSA, and you can win it by donating. So if it's very detailed, it's beautiful. So if you want a chance to get it, you might want to donate. And then I want just to thank the Italian speedrun community for the support, for for making the stream. My cousin Tromboncino, who helped me a lot finding new roads. Demord, who is a veteran of the game, of the speedrunning scene, who helped me as well trying to, let's say, plan the commentary of this run. Then I want to just say there's a Discord server of the community, which is both for the speedrunning community, the normal Legacy of Kain community one. Too bad that the game isn't available on the stores at the moment, because they are doing something, I don't know. And but if you have the game, if you want to try finding some new things, trying to learn the runs, try to learn more about the games and the series in general. Even the other runs, the other games are very interesting. All the runs are very like they break a lot in terms of glitches. So they are very fun to see and to run. And yeah, that's it from me.
That was a lovely...
And thank you to Polister as well.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And thank you for your lovely, lovely showcase. Let's get one more round of applause to Veictas and Brionak for a lovely, lovely showcase. And indeed, if you wish to be in with a chance of winning the Soul Reaver custom sword replica, donate a combined total of $25 today, and you will enter the draw for that. Now, before we go, I'm going to leave you with a few more donations here. We have $30 from Gem saying, had a great time. Thank you all. $40 from Ava saying, pulling an all-nighter for the last games of the event. Love you guys. And $5 from Kura saying, hey Veictas, Kura here. I heard mushrooms are really good this season. Hope you find some. Great run and showcase. Italian speedrunning community is proud of you, less than 3. And with that, we're going to head over to a quick intermission as we set up the next run of Redfall. Don't forget, we still have the incentive for that, the language choice incentive. It hasn't had much love, so when you donate, don't forget to set your donation money towards that. But yeah, quick intermission, more ESA right after this.